friends, I welcome you all in my show, The Opinion Platform. Today, Mahua Moitra, MP from Trinamool Congress Party TMC, was expelled today from the parliament. Mahua Moitra was expelled on the charges of taking bribe, accepting bribe and gifts from a businessman, Darshan Hiranandani. Actually, Darshan Hiranandani is said to be a very close friend of Mahua Moitra, who is a businessman. And Mahua Moitra had asked in the parliament question to the Modi government, to the Indian government, that why all contracts, all projects are being given only to one businessman, Gautam Adani, or the group which are largely owned by Adani groups. This question infuriated the BJP, and BJP MP from Godda, Nishikant Dubey, filed a complaint against Mahua Moitra, and Nishikant Dubey filed a complaint against Mahua Moitra by saying that almost all the questions Mahua Moitra asked from the Modi government were motivated by malintention, and it was asked after accepting bribe. And there was a thorough inquiry started after Mahua Moitra. However, in the beginning, when Mahua Moitra was being attacked by the BJP government MPs, Mamata Banerjee kept herself away, aloof from commenting. But after Mahua Moitra has been expelled from the parliament, she has openly said that it is this move of expulsion of Mahua Moitra, a TMC MP from the parliament, is motivated by vendetta politics, and this decision is unjust, complete injustice, unfortunate and unacceptable. Not only this, Mamata Banerjee, in her interview to the press persons, clearly said that the BJP is not setting a good example of ruling or running the government, because BJP may have the huge majority in the parliament. Even then, opposition parties or member of parliament of opposition parties have the right to ask questions, sharp questions to the government ministers and of their policies and criticize their policies. Mamata Banerjee also said that indirectly that in West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee has the huge majority in the assembly. That does not mean that she will start hounding opposition party leaders. We all know that 5 states held assembly elections. Out of 5 states, 3 major North Indian states were won by BJP: Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. All of us knew, everybody had expected that on 3rd December, when the result of these assembly elections will be out, the decision of Mahua Moitra will be soon taken. Because after the inquiry of Mahua Moitra, after the inquiry started by the Parliamentary Ethics Committee, whose leader is a BJP leader, it was said, it was expected that Mahua Moitra, on some or the other excuse, will be debarred from the parliament or expelled from the parliament. It is no exception that any member of parliament who is known to have asked sharp questions related to Gautam Adani have not been harmed. Let us recall few member of parliaments who are known to have delivered fiery speeches against the Modi government on the question of Gautam Adani and their practices. Rahul Gandhi in the parliament had openly said that BJP government, Modi government, is a government run by two for the two. These two leaders are Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself and Amit Shah, and 2 people for whom the entire government is being run is Gautam Adani and Mukesh Ambani. It is not new thing that Rahul Gandhi has turned completely against these 2 businessmen, Gautam Adani and Mukesh Ambani. It is also not a secret that the day Rahul Gandhi has displayed a photo of Narendra Modi sitting in a private jet with Gautam Adani, it has irritated, infuriated BJP so much that after a few days, old case of Rahul Gandhi was opened in the Gujarat High Court, and the judgment came against Rahul Gandhi under the pretext of which Rahul Gandhi's membership of the parliament was also dismissed. It was only when Rahul Gandhi's protest became very popular among masses and it started taking a shape of the popular dissent against the Modi government, the matter which had gone into the Supreme Court, it was properly heard, and Rahul Gandhi's membership of Lok Sabha was reinstated. Sanjay Singh, the Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha member of parliament, is also known to have asked and deliver fiery speeches, asked sharp questions on the question of Gautam Adani, and his case was also opened in Delhi excise policy, and he has also landed in jail. There was another MP which has sharply criticized Modi government, again MP from Aam Aadmi Party Raghav Chadha. His membership was also suspended for 115 days. Not only this, his bungalow was also being snatched. He has also gone to the Supreme Delhi High Court and his matter is also being heard. It is not a news, as oppositions have been leveling charges against BJP, that any leader who is very critical of Gautam Adani's businesses is not being spared by the Narendra Modi himself. It is not a news that all these states, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, are mineral-rich states. In these three states, Gautam Adani had several projects running. The day these three states assembly elections result came, suddenly there was a sharp rise in Sensex and Nifty close up. After it closed down the next day, it saw a record high. It is very interesting that in India, Sensex and Nifty is directly linked with politics. It can at least be said from the experience of looking at and understanding how the insurance companies and share market has been going up and coming down. Modi government is specifically concerned with economic boom. At least after the Modi government has taken oath as a Prime Minister of India, he has been consistently stressing upon the need of making India the global superpower at economic front and how it will project itself. Rahul Gandhi opposes Modi's idea by saying that according to Modi, the growth of India relies on only the growth of Gautam Adani and two businessmen, Gautam Adani and Mukesh Ambani. The competition between ruling party and the opposition party is going to sharpen each and every day. It is going to sharpen so much that all opposition member parties or opposition parties or the members of parliament of opposition parties are now getting scared after the Mahua Moitra, firebrand leader of TMC, who I think in the history of Indian parliamentary debate has set a great record of engaging in all debates with facts, data and experiences. Mahua Moitra's expulsion has caused a sense of fear. That sense of fear could be felt in the gathering which was shown in all media channels today, in which Sonia Gandhi, the top leader of Congress party, was present. Not only that, the all top leaders of all major opposition parties were present and they have heavily denounced this arbitrary decision, as Mahua Moitra calls it. The expulsion of Mahua Moitra is arbitrary. She, Mahua Moitra, while countering to the claims of BJP's and Parliamentary Ethics Committee report, she has openly said that actually there's no clear evidence, any evidence or any such evidence on the basis of which she could have been expelled from the parliament. She has, key points she has said with a commitment that she has said to the BJP in the press conference that I read her words. You detest women. You cannot handle power in authority. I am 49 years old. I will fight you for the next 30 years, inside parliament, outside parliament, in the gutter, on the street. The ethics committee has no power to expel. You have assumed the power of a quasi-judicial authority and imposed a penalty on me that you have no power to do. You have disregarded due process, proportionality, and abused every tenet. This is the beginning of your end. Well, after so many things Mahua Moitra has said in anger after getting herself expelled, one thing is sure, that Modi government is known to have exercised powers which are not with them. We know that since the year Modi government has come to power, there has not been a single debate in the parliament which was properly done, debated and executed. Farm laws, farm bills are one of such bills which was not adequately debated in the parliament. It was imposed over the farmers. Farmers had to come all the way from Punjab, Haryana to Delhi borders, launch a huge movement against Modi government's arbitrary decision of imposing farm laws upon them, and ultimately this bill had to be revoked, this bill had to be withdrawn. In fact, if you recall the instance of the implementation of EWS reservation, the same situation was seen. When EWS reservation was being passed in the parliament, the minister of that department himself was not apprised of, himself was not informed of this, that on that day, on that particular day, EWS reservation bill was going to be debated in the parliament. So the charges that Mahua Moitra are leveling against BJP somewhere appear to be true, because no instance, either it is CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, EWS reservation, GST system, farm laws, there is not even a single law and bill which have been adequately debated. Because for adequate debate, proper debate, the first responsibility of the ruling power is to prepare the document, provide the document to all members of parliament of Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha, provide Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha members the time to read the document carefully, properly, and then come up for the debate fully prepared. The same charge is being leveled even in the case of expulsion of Mahua Moitra. Mamata Banerjee herself has said in her press conference in favor of Mahua Moitra, defending the right of Mahua Moitra being in the parliament, as she has been elected by the people, not arbitrarily by any force, that the Parliamentary Ethics Committee report contains 495 pages, and Priyanka Chaturvedi and Congress leaders have said that 495 pages report were not given before, and Member of Parliaments was not given the proper time to read the report, understand the report. Not only that, Mahua Moitra herself was denied of the time to defend her case and speak what she wanted to speak in her defense. Well, this matter is bound to go to the Supreme Court. We also know that Rahul Gandhi, when he was disqualified as a member of parliament of Wayanad, he had also approached the Supreme Court. It is from the Supreme Court that his membership was reinstated. However, Rahul Gandhi's stature and Mahua Moitra's stature is a little different. Rahul Gandhi is so popular that he's being seen as the contending Prime Minister of India, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself somewhere acknowledges Rahul Gandhi, at least the fierce opposition and direct opposition for the post of the Prime Minister. That is why when Rahul Gandhi was disqualified, this became a news of each and every household. His disqualification was being discussed at each and every corner, which had actually gathered a huge popular dissent against the ways BJP is running the government, either in the state where it is ruling or in the center. All opposition parties few months ago had leveled such charges when ED officers were being sent to leaders of opposition parties. Opposition parties have said that ED officers or ED as an organization is being used as a government agency is being used as a vendetta. Mamata Banerjee has absolutely used the same term, that Mahua Moitra has been expelled from the parliament due to vendetta politics. Not only that, BJP MP Pravesh Verma surprisingly alleged that Mahua Moitra has tarnished the image of parliament leaders. It is very surprising. Let's recall those days when Pravesh Verma himself was under fire for raising slogans which he could not defend later on, and Anurag Thakur, another BJP MP, could not defend when the slogan was being raised in his two rallies during Delhi Assembly elections, देश के गद्दारों को गोली मारो सालों को. So it has come as a surprise and fun that even BJP leader like Pravesh Verma has expressed his concern for the tarnishing of the image of the parliamentary leaders. However, the whole Indian citizens are looking at the debate and discussions which are being led and broadcast in the parliament, and almost everyone agrees on one fact, that with the preparation with which Mahua Moitra is known to go to the parliament, present her critique against the Modi government and speak in favor of the people of this country, provide a great example of Indian democracy, a healthy parliamentary debate. But BJP seems to be very angry because Mahua Moitra has ended up touching that soft nerve which irritates, which angers BJP a lot. Gautam Adani is the reason. The name of Gautam Adani, the name of Mukesh Ambani, these two names are such names that if there is an opposition, there is a critique on these two names of the BJP government thinks of removing that leader from the parliamentary house or from the assembly house. Opposition parties have been leveling such charges for long, and after the expulsion of Mahua Moitra, it can be somewhere said that the charges which opposition parties were leveling until now have come to be true. Well, Mahua Moitra is bound to go to Supreme Court as far as her opinion, her press conference is interpreted. Let us see what Supreme Court says and how she happens to defend her case of taking bribe, accepting bribe. But major questions which are still unanswered, which still remain unanswered, is very interesting. That Darshan Hiranandani, who has accepted of giving bribe to Mahua Moitra, has not yet been arrested, as how openly, because where accepting bribe is a crime, giving bribe is also a crime. Why Darshan Hiranandani has not yet been arrested? Well, we have to understand one thing, that politics does not just happen in the parliament, inside the parliament, outside the parliament, on the street or at homes, but even the businessmen have their own politics too. Darshan Hiranandani may be a big businessman, but it is for sure that he cannot stand parallel to business tycoon like Gautam Adani. Gautam Adani's name was till last year about to reach on the top as the richest businessman of the world. Unfortunately, Hindenburg short seller company Hindenburg report came and his shares went down, his business collapsed. A huge dent was made to his Gautam Adani's business that had angered not only Gautam Adani but that had dented the image of the Prime Minister Modi. As Rahul Gandhi, wherever he now goes to campaign, openly says that the amount Pradhan Mantri Prime Minister Narendra Modi keeps in the pocket of the Gautam Adani through the government, I will distribute those same amount to people if Congress is elected to power. Whether in Telangana such promises have done magic and Congress has been successful in grabbing the power, ruling power. In 3 states it has failed. However, after these 3 states assembly elections result, MP, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan assembly elections result came, it was expected that Mahua Moitra's matter, very tough stance BJP will take and Mahua Moitra may be expelled. It was being expected and the same has happened. Mahua Moitra has been expelled, but somehow her expulsion has come up as a way of bringing all opposition leaders together, forming or giving a hint of the formation of the strong India bloc against 2024 Lok Sabha election, general election in May 2024. Well, what happens in 2024, whether Narendra Modi wins again as a third time to be the Prime Minister, to continue to be the Prime Minister of India, or loses to India bloc leaders are yet to understand. But one thing is for sure, that the expulsion of Mahua Moitra has brought all opposition parties together, as it has sent a shockwaves and fearful vibes that if opposition parties will not unite, it will be for them very difficult to survive in the politics, whether it is in their state or at the center. With this, I conclude. If you like my show, if you like my channel, please subscribe it, like it, and share it. Anything which concerns us, which is very important to be discussed, I try always to discuss on such issues and I present it before you. If you have anything to say, you can comment on my comment box on my channel and I will always try to respond to your questions through my shows. Thank you very much.